Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. NIO, big old NIO. Man, oh man, there are so many catalysts going on for this company that are positive, and the damn thing's still dropping, including test drives. We're going to talk about the market, and we're going to talk about NIO. First of all, we know the ET7's coming out and they're doing test drives already. And thank goodness, everything seems to be on track. If it was delayed or something like that in this environment, oh Lord, it'd be awful. But that's not the case. The test drives tell you that. And it seems like it's going really well, positive comments about it. And it's right now, it should all be about this particular vehicle. And that's pretty impressive. And that's going to be really their big dog. It's going to be their flagship vehicle. And understand they don't have any sedans. This will be their first sedan. And sedans, they make up like 2/3 of all the sales in China. So this is going to be a big deal. And you would think you'd see the stock jump. But we've got our precious Putin over there who's just making the world a nightmare, because there's no good reason for it. It's just absurd. And it's forcing oil prices through the roof. Again, that should be a positive catalyst for an EV company, right? Wouldn't you expect that? But as you can see, even though the stock was up today at one point about 5%, it wound up about 2% down, almost 3%. And it's dropped down below this support, sitting at 18 bucks. And I'm comfortable adding to my position here in my swing trade. And I'm going to dollar cost average this thing. If it continues to drop, I'll just add some more. But you know, that's what I'm doing. There was some concern about the deliveries in February. We knew they were going to be reduced because of the holiday that's everybody's off for a week. It's a government holiday. So we knew this would be at least 75% lower than January. On top of that, understand, when you're getting ready to deliver the most important vehicle in your lineup, and you've had to make a ton of room in your factory at JAC, and all your energy and effort is going into that, think about that. Think about how much that affects everything else you're doing. The reason they're so focused on it too as well, because if it had come out and it wasn't good, oh, it'd been awful. And I don't think that's going to be the case with this car. I think it's going to come out and be darn good. But I think that had a little bit of an effect on NIO as this butthole Chucky showed up. He really showed up in October when they were reworking the lines. But understand, when you're reworking the lines, that's really going to slow down your other vehicles. And this company's not profitable right now, but it could be if it wanted to be. Because realize they only lost $40 million in their first quarter, and now they've lost more even though their revenue's going up. Why is that? Because they're spending a lot of money in research and development and a lot of money in general administrative. They've got to build those NIO houses, the battery swap, all of that. They're not focused on profit right now, even though they could be profitable. They are focused on growth and market share. And this is a company that's going to be all over the world, in my opinion, one day. And it's soon to be it's already in Norway, it's going to Europe, then it's going to the United States. And I know everybody's concerned about delisting and everybody's concerned about Taiwan. Taiwan is the big thing, in my opinion. It's not as much delisting. I don't think either one of those things is going to happen, because it would be incredibly stupid. And China is usually pretty smart about these things when it comes to money and business. Whereas Russia, you know, one man's in charge. China's not really that way. Now, this is my opinion, and I could be wrong. But if they delist, that's going to aggravate and anger every single person who owns NIO in the United States. What's that going to do for NIO sales? Secondly, let's say they invade Taiwan. Well, they've just seen what happened to Russia and what's happening to Russia by invading Ukraine. If they want to be the pariah of the world, have at it, because that's what they're going to be. Look at Russia. I don't know that Russia is going to recover from this in my lifetime. I really don't. I think what they have done is so heinous and so horrible, and they're doing it every day, that I don't know if they're going to recover. I mean, understand, everybody with a memory right now is going to remember what they've done when this is all said and done. And that's not about the Russian people. It's about their leadership and their government. But anyway, as you look at this, like I say, I'm just going to continue to buy in dollar cost average. I'm not going crazy. You know, this is not a stock to go crazy with. This is a stock that you need to take, educated risk. And like I said, I've traded it twice. I've got a long position that used to be positive. Now it's negative. But I traded it here, sold it up here, and then I bought it here and sold it up here. And I would have waited for it to go up here, but the October numbers were bad. This was back in October, after October. But now I've been buying under the $34 support, and I've been dollar cost averaging, and I'm probably in this neighborhood. And at some point, I see this thing going back up. But right now, with everything going on, we'll have to just wait and see. But there's so many good catalysts going out. And let's understand something. Do not expect big numbers in March, because they're just going to probably deliver a few hundred of these things. You'll start seeing a little better numbers in April, and then probably some big numbers in May and June. So this normally would be a huge catalyst. In a normal economy, normal environment, without all this craziness, I think this stock it'd be going up, and it should be, but not in this environment. So I'm just going to keep accumulating and be cautious. And at some point, I expect to make some money on this, but that's my opinion. All right, folks, and that's NIO today. Big test drives going on with the ET7, be delivered like March 28th, I believe it is. So hopefully they'll hit that day. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover NIO. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.